the video flyover from Panther Arena here in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's MASL Soccer tonight. The Milwaukee Wave hosting the St. Louis Ambush. And a pleasant good evening, everyone, no matter where you may be on this planet, in this solar system, in this universe, or worlds beyond. Tom went along with the Wave legend and Hall of Famer Art Kramer, bringing you all the play-by-play action tonight as the Wave hosts the St. Louis Ambush, Game 3 of the 6-game season series between these clubs. And so far, Art, it's gone well for Milwaukee, going 3-0 against the Ambush. 1-0 here in Milwaukee, 2-0 down in St. Louis. Outscoring the Ambush 22-5 during that time. So obviously it's been a good matchup for Milwaukee, but you got to figure at some point St. Louis is going to make some adjustments. Some new personnel that's come in the last couple weeks here. So maybe Coach Jeff Locker and his team, which has been a very competitive team otherwise in this league, could show Milwaukee something different here tonight.
Well, first off, Tom, you mentioned from everyone watching or listening around the various places. And I want to say everyone in the sports world knows that Aaron Rodgers, our quarterback, is going to be starting his darkness retreat tonight. But my sources tell me that A-Rod is not going to start that retreat until this game goes final. So hopefully we can provide A-Rod with some good vibes in his 4-day, 4-night darkness retreat, and he can get the weekend started nice. But now, Tom, for St. Louis, and once again, last weekend we saw Milwaukee go to their building and win 7-0. So you can bet that St. Louis is going to come out with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Their pride was hurt as they were punched in the face, if you will, in their own building. So it's an opportunity for St. Louis, that team right there that you see on your screen, to come out. And the big key is going to be number 17, Paolo, in the goal. If Paolo can stand on his head, I think St. Louis has a chance in this one.
Milwaukee defeating the Ambush 7-0 for the 20th shutout in MASL League history. That dates back to the first season of the league, 2014-15. And in fact, Willie Bonaheny got the start for Milwaukee, as he has started every match, except for one so far this year for the Wave. Well, Willie was brilliant, but then he suffered an injury in the third period. Early in the third period, Augie Ray had to come off the bench for just his second appearance of the year, having played only a few seconds, basically, on the season. And Augie was just sensational in completing the shutout.
Both of them were sensational, and in fact, so sensational that they were co-players of the week in the MASL, defensive players of the week. But as you said, the next night, Wave goes to Baltimore. Willie starts in goal, struggled a little bit, and they brought Augie in late in that game. So we're going to see tonight early on how Willie B has recovered from that injury last weekend.
So there you get a look at Ian Bennett, the Wave's top scorer and number 3 in the league. Total of 31 points, 25 goals, 31 total points with 6 assists. Frank Taillou of the Empire Strikers from Ontario, California, leading the league with 38 points. Lucas Roque from the Baltimore Blast is second in the league with 34. There's Van the Man McNeil, our public address announcer and on-field interviewer.
And on-field maintenance man as well, fixing the goal in behind Paolo right there. And while we're at it, Tom, I'd like to welcome all the viewers in St. Louis, my hometown, St. Louis, hopefully watching the game on Twitch. And if you're watching on Twitch and you get a chance to get into the chat room, hopefully I can engage with you a little bit tonight in the chat. And we want to welcome everybody in St. Louis, wherever you're watching, and everybody watching around the world on Twitch.
One thing I'd like to put out there tonight, Art, is, we talked about next year the MASL celebrating its 10th season, its 10th anniversary. And naturally, of course, the league will pick an all-time 10 to mark the occasion. We pretty much discussed it before. There probably are at least 5, if not 7 guys, I think, who are almost guaranteed to be on that team, which would be the goalkeepers, William Van Zela, Boris Pardo. Then forwards, the King, Frank Taillou, Ian Bennett, and Leo Gibson. Craig Childs, Nick Pereira, probably right in the next tier there. But let's get 3 names from the fans tonight who they think should be
Oh, good.
Round out the squad, if you will, of the MASL's all-time 10 going into next season.
Good question. And so if you're in the chat and you just heard Tom Wynn's question, who do you think is going to be a lock for the 10th year anniversary all MASL team? Right?
You're going to get locks, but we're, again, sort of conceding, and maybe that's not the greatest assumption.
It's your opinion.
But,
right?
but those 7 guys I mentioned, I think, are pretty much locks to be on that team. So I'm looking for three choices to round out the team for many of the fans tonight on the Twitch chat. And of course,
somebody put already Tavoy Morgan. Well, the problem with Tavoy is he hasn't played that long in the MASL. So if you're going to be in the 10th anniversary team, probably going to have to have played since 2013, right?
Well, I would say at least from the 16-17 season as a dominant all-star performer. First year of the league was 2014-15, so most of these guys are being people who have played virtually every year in the league.
And by the way, I love Tavoy Morgan as a target player.
No doubt.
One of the best in the league right now.
No question. All right, Milwaukee with it in the black and yellow uniforms. They go right to left as we look at the action on the black turf of Panther Arena here in Milwaukee. There's Marcio Leite. Marcio missed the last couple of games with an abductor strain, but he's back out there tonight. That's always good news for the Wave. Wave topping the East Division with a record of 9-3-1, 6-1-0 here at home. St. Louis currently in 6th place at 5-8-1, 1-6-0 on the road. So Ambush have struggled on the road so far this season.
Well, we can already see one thing that Jeff Locker, their coach, and the Ambush are going to do is they're going to drop back into their own half and try to make this a slower game, try to minimize the Waves' attack here early on.
Alex Bradley will roll one in, and Paulo Nascimento, the 5th-year goalkeeper from Brazil, makes the save. Paulo, who's been an outstanding keeper for St. Louis since coming over. Here's a steal. Kudus Lawal trying to roll one in, and it's stopped by Nascimento, but we get a penalty called against St. Louis.
And I think we're going to have a shootout as well, Tom, because that was the last man foul that time. Ryan Sigich, the lead referee in the league, is going to look at this again. Not sure if he's going to look at the review on his own, but they're discussing right now over by the penalty box whether this was a last man foul. I thought, looking at the replay, it was. Let's see what Ryan Sigich comes up with. Pointing to the shootout spot. And it's going to be a shootout for the Wave.
Time of the penalty will be at 1:38. So our first blue card of the contest. And it's assessed against the Ambush. And it will be a shootout for the Wave.
And Tom, you know the Wave over the years have, well, let's see, maybe
penalty kick, they're going to say.
Kick.
As the foul technically occurred inside the box. It was right there near the top of the box. That would have been the second steal and score for Kudus this year. He had one earlier this season.
And now the St. Louis bench is all pointing up to the video screen saying that wasn't inside the penalty area.
It was pretty close, but I have to agree, AK. It was
this is
maybe
one,
a step outside.
This is one that Ryan Sigich can go back on his own. Doesn't have to be a challenge from either team to look at whether it was in the area or not, but he's going to award a penalty kick, and it's going to be Ian Bennett here with the early honors for the Wave.
So IB trying to give Milwaukee the lead here. Ian, who has scored a goal in 42 of his last 43 outings, will move up and bang it in for the goal. Goal for Ian Bennett, his 26th of the season, and Milwaukee leads it 1-0.
I talked with Jeff Locker, the St. Louis coach, before the game. I said, Coach, what are some of the keys to this game? He goes, well, we need to get off to a good start and score the first goal. That, unfortunately for St. Louis, not going to happen, as Ian Bennett, the Wave captain, and as you talked about, certainly going to be on the 10-year anniversary team, gives the Wave an early lead that time. Not much Paulo can do with a penalty kick. In fact, he came off his line a little bit early as well. Remember, that goalkeeper's got to keep his feet on the line until the ball has been touched.
So after the penalty to Zachary Drury, the PK by Bennett, 1-0 Milwaukee. And that will help pump up the Waves' power play stats. Milwaukee at 43% coming in. They are now 14 for 31 on the year, as that counts as a power play goal. Benahene trying to get that one. He couldn't do it. Shot back in and smothered just inside of the top near part of the box. LSO breaking away now. Getting chased by the defenders. Still 3-on-3 as they'll play it to Kudus Luau to the near side. Kudus, a Nigerian native who played high school ball down in Chicago at Mather High School. And now St. Louis starts back the other way. Ambush, one of the lower scoring teams in the league. They've been okay defensively, about middle of the pack. But all told, for St. Louis this season, they have scored just 58 goals, yielded 82, so they're minus 24 on the goal differential. Milwaukee, meanwhile, has scored 81 toward the top of the league, and they've yielded 70, so they're a plus 11. A little confusion there as LSO was going off for a change, didn't realize the ball was played to him behind. Sean Esqueda, the Squid, the rookie out of Whitefish Bay, and UWM tried to step in and get it back, and eventually Milwaukee does. Played on the far side as they will move it in the zone. Derek Huffman. Huff the stuff in his 6th MASL season, 3rd with the Wave. Native of Elgin, Illinois. There's Drew Wiedebach, the 8-year veteran out of Mequon, Homestead High School, another former UWM Panther. Bad pass there. Huffman gets it now. Wiedebach with a shot that's blocked. I think it might have been Antonio Manfoot who stepped up to
Christian Briggs, who had given the ball away just prior to that, was able to make that block.
So that's a good comeback block by Briggs. Foul going to be called on Wiedebach as you get a good look there at Drew. Just underway here in Milwaukee. The crowd still filing in to the Panther Arena. Top of the box as Marcel Berry took a poke at it, eventually put up in the stands.
You mentioned St. Louis's struggles with scoring goals, Tom, and if you really try to dissect or analyze why. First off, not having Mo Ndiaye back as he signed in the offseason with Empire was a big loss for him. J.T. Thomas was their second leading scorer. He's no longer there. Tony Walls, right, who they just released about a week ago, who's scored 140, 50 points in this league in his career, didn't materialize the way they were hoping Tony would. And the list goes on and on as the reasons why. Just not enough production for St. Louis. And the Wave has done a great job, by the way, in shutting down William Eske. Eske has gone 5 straight games against the Wave without a point, without scoring a point.
Yeah, and he's their leading scorer with 15 points on the season. Foul going to be called against Milwaukee. Ian Bennett, I believe. Our officials, Ryan Sigich, the referee-in-chief of the MASL, along with Danielle Chesky working the game tonight. As you see Ian expressing his dismay at that previous call. Robbie Cristo will hit the free kick right into the defensive wall and now played in. Willie B has got it. There's Willie B. First year with Milwaukee, his 4th in the league. Having an excellent campaign for the Wave so far this year. Record of 9-3-1, just like his team. On the far side, shot by Stu Grable, and a nice kick save there by Pablo Nascimento, and the Wave will recycle it out. Now Bennett. Back for Grable on the far side, nudges it in for Ian, tried to go off the end board, but it was deflected away. I think that might have been Brian Beement who made the play defensively there for St. Louis. But Milwaukee will retain the possession as they play it back to midfield.
Talked about Eske not having a point against the Wave in his last 5 games. A lot of credit goes to Stuart Grable in the midfield, who has done an excellent job shutting down Eske in those 5 matchups.
Stewart has once again been a stalwart for Milwaukee as a defender or midfielder. Guy who can play anywhere on the field. Doesn't score a lot, but usually when he does, it's a big goal. Here's Ian Bennett coming in. Ian's still coming in off the end board and turned away there. Briggs will knock it out of there. Bennett keeps the zone, sent back in, and bobbled by the keeper. Actually, Nascimento could not pick that up with his hands. And that's why he was
One of the rare times you'll ever see Paulo misplay a ball, whether it be with his hands or his feet, as he is one of the top keepers in the league with ball control.
No question about it. Paulo comes in with a record of 5-5-1, a 5.17 goals against average, which is ninth in the league, 741 save percentage, which is fourth. And as I mentioned, his counterpart, Willie Benahene, 10th in the league with a 5.35 goals against average and a 71.2 save percentage.
You take away the Baltimore and Kansas City road games, and Willie B's goals against would be a lot lower than what it is.
Might be leading the league, in fact.
Well, it wouldn't be leading the league. Pardo would still be better, and so would Van Zela, but it'd be under 5, that's for sure.
It'd be down around 4. And Boris Pardo, as you mentioned, leading the league. Starts this weekend's action at 4.25. William Van Zela at 4.44, right behind him. I mentioned, Art, that 20 shutouts in MASL history, 9 of those authored by William Van Zela. So if anybody questions whether or not he should be on the all-time MASL 10-year team, I think that pretty much answers it there.
You mentioned Pardo and Van Zela. I mean, you got Danny Waltman, too, who has been stellar over his career as well. That goes well back beyond 10 years, by the way.
Well, no question about it. But again, we can only go by the first formal year of this league, which is 2014-15. But yeah, Danny's been playing since
no one plays a better
days.
guitar than Danny Waltman, though, I'll tell you that.
Off the end board, Willie B bottling for a moment. But
that ball hit Ryan Sigich, the head referee, and took a deflection and almost went in behind Willie B.
So Sigich almost redirects one in.
Almost got his first career goal.
About midway through the first period here, 1-0 Milwaukee on the penalty kick goal by Ian Bennett at 1:38 after the tripping call to Zachary Drewy. Ambush is going to get it back. This is the 37th all-time meeting between these teams in MASL history. Takeaway Squid over to Bennett far side, but good defensive recovery. Now Escueta sticks a leg in and knock it away. It deflects into the stands. And it's going to be a wave ball, a kick
Top of the arc, though, eh?
Well, we got the immediate timeout first, and we'll see. Ryan Sigich is pointing toward the top of the arc, so I believe that's what we'll have, but we'll have our immediate timeout. So we'll take a break with 7:06 to go first period. Milwaukee 1, St. Louis 0. This is MASL Soccer on Twitch.
Get ready to tee off like you never have before. Now open on the campus of Ballpark Commons, Lux Golf Bays, a high-tech driving range with 57 golf bays on 3 stories, overlooking a 250-yard-long turf range with Doppler technology. A second-floor indoor event space for your private event or group outing. Also a heated, covered beer garden, along with 2 brand-new restaurants. Become a member, learn more, and plan your event at luxgolfbays.com.
All right, we're back at Panther Arena in Milwaukee. Wave leading the St. Louis Ambush 1-0. 7:06 left to go here in period number 1. There you get a look at Willie B. Will the Wall. Willie Benahene, the goalkeeper for Milwaukee, and free kick top of the arc for the Wave to restart it.
And the Wave scored 2 top-of-the-arc restart goals against the Ambush last weekend in St. Louis. And that was when Marcio Leite was not in the lineup.
Marcio will look near side. Bennett shot, sliding, save made by Paulo Nascimento. I almost said Ceccarelli. That'd be really flashing back to the old days there, Art.
It's the same play the Wave scored on last weekend. It was Andre Hain, who's not in the lineup, that finished from that exact spot.
Yeah, Andre's got a bad calf. Too bad because we just got him back in the lineup. Here's Ian Bennett. Oh, great look for Ian. But he missed it a little bit high and wide. Now the Ambush trying to come back on the counter as Will Eskay with it, the veteran out of William & Mary. 5th MASL season, 2nd in St. Louis. There's a block made by Eliso. Nice step up there by Luan Salas Oliveira. One other game in the MASL today. That'll take place a little bit later tonight, probably after this one's over, in Tacoma, where the Stars will be hosting the Savage of Chihuahua. Big West Division matchup. That one poked away by the Wave. Bradley sends it up ahead. Huffman in a race to the near board. He's going to get there first and play it back out for Mario Alvarez. 2-game series actually going on in Tacoma this weekend. Chihuahua, one of the contenders in the Western Division, and they'll be taking on the Stars a couple of times out there at the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, Washington.
Stars got a number of games in hand with the rest of that Western Division, so these are 2 important games for the Tacoma Stars.
Yeah, and after this weekend, I believe they've only got 3 home games left, so they almost have to get a split, probably take at least 4 points in the 2 games if they're going to stay in the playoff race there. 3-4-0 at home. Chihuahua is 5-0 and make it 5-2-0 on the road. Chihuahua 10-2-1 for 30 points. The Stars 5-6-0 for 15 points.
Remember, in the MASL this year, the top 3 don't have a play-in game. 4 against 5 in each division have a 1-game playoff. So when you say playoff race, they'll still have a chance to get in the 5th spot, but they definitely need some points here soon.
And foul is going to be called on Antonio Manfoot. Manfoot, the diminutive forward out of Cleveland, Ohio. Personal friend of LeBron James,
yeah.
So he says. You see Antonio there in his 8th MASL season. Not big of stature, but we've seen big of heart. And he's got some pretty decent skill as well. You give him some openings. He doesn't need a lot of room at his size, and he can hurt you. Dumped in the corner. Kudus Lawal with it. Kudus in his 2nd MASL season, first with the Wave. Prior to this year, he played 5 games with the Ambush back in the 2019-20 season. And he's going to call for the foul as he was battling with Robbie Cristo. There you get a good look at Kudus. Not overly impressed with the call there, but I think the officials got it right.
St. Louis tried to take that restart quickly, but Ryan Sigich, the referee right there, ruled the foul. The ball was not put in play 3 feet from where the foul occurred.
Ambush.
Within 3 feet, I should say.
Ambush going left to right. Now take away Huffman, the Bennett. Ian walking in. Shot save. Nascimento stopped him as he came out to the top near part of the box.
Paulo came out and cut down the angle. Very fortunate not to handle that ball outside the penalty area.
Numbers coming for St. Louis. Shot wide left. Header follow. Save. Willie B.
He robbed Marcel Berry that right now coming down Main Street. Berry with the head ball.
Blast by Almeida is high. Wave trying to play it out, and now they'll change up a couple of guys to the near side. As you can see, the bench is located near side to our broadcast location here atop the Panther Arena, which by modern standards isn't all that high up. That's why we have such a great vantage point up here.
Although at our advancing ages, Tom, I would probably prefer to be a little bit lower.
I wouldn't complain, that's for sure. It seems like with each year we get higher up, even though this building is not expanding.
Well, we have to pay a little extra money for the stronger lenses in our glasses, too.
Yeah. Alex Bradley with it. Alex, the native of Great Britain, who played his college ball at Loras College in Dubuque, Iowa. 5th MASL season, 4th with the Wave. They tried to work it to the corner, but St. Louis takes it away. Up ahead is wheeled back into the zone by Bradley, and now he'll settle it for Marcio, back for Willie B. Getting some pressure
Look at how cool Marcio Leite is coming out of the back.
Off the inboard, Kyle Crane plays it across, but could not find anybody there. Bradley eventually tracked it down. Good idea by Kyle. Ian Bennett loads up for a bomb. That one is off target. Alvarez heads it up near midfield. It'll bounce into the St. Louis bench. In case you missed it last night, the San Diego Sockers, leaders in the Western Division, the two-time defending champs, went down to defeat the Dallas Sidekicks 7-4 in Dallas. Spirited effort by the Sidekicks as we take a look one more time at that great save by Willie B to rob Marcel Berry.
And the Sidekicks actually won the second half last night, Tom, 1-0. So small things to build on for Ricardinho and that Dallas Sidekick team.
Sidekicks 0-12-2. Nice pass here. Alan Summerone, the rookie out of Marquette, trying to chip across for Bennett, but it was a little too high. Had the right idea. Now Alvarez turns with a shot. And off target there. That one played up into the stands, or up into the bench, inadvertently by Barry, and it'll be a free kick top of the arc for the Wave. Second one for Milwaukee. As you point out, Art, Wave had some success on the top of the arc for St. Louis.
Well, last week they scored, and they also had LSO come around and shoot first time.
To Bennett again, he puts it off the far post. Oh, Ian picked his spot, but just missed. Ran the same play. This time Bennett went for the far post instead of the short side, and just missed.
The only difference with that play is Marcio chose to put the ball in play a lot quicker that time and found Bennett early. Didn't give Paulo as much of a chance to come out and cut down the angle.
Wave has had most of the possession here in the first period, but only leading by one. Grable, nice little dish. Walking in, Bradley, near post! Huffman stopped by Nascimento!
Yeah, good save by Paulo, but Huff mishit that one after Bradley found him all alone at the far post. Huff kind of topped that one a little bit. Didn't get as much on it as he would have liked. Enabled Paulo to come across and make a great save.
Foul was called on Pepe. Take a look one more time.
See that? He kind of mishit it. He bounced it a little bit instead of hitting it clean to the near post. But good positioning that time by Huff at the far post.
Save of the game so far, and or at least for St. Louis, Willie B had a great one to preserve the shutout for Milwaukee. The Wave is getting some chances here, Art, but they have only been able to convert on the PK. Ian looks for a post, and again.
Huff again that time. That's a difficult ball to finish as a right-footed player coming across your body, though, Tom.
So Huff's had a couple of good chances here in the first quarter. Huff, fourth leading scorer on the Wave so far this season.
And as a former forward, Tom, I can tell you I was never concerned that I was missing chances. It was when I didn't get chances. So a good sign for Huffman to have two good opportunities. If he keeps getting to the right spots, eventually it's going to go in for him.
He's getting to the right spots for sure. He's actually second leading scorer on the team with 16 points again. Ian Bennett now 32 after that PK conversion. Andre Hayne, who's not playing tonight, Mario Alvarez are tied for third on the team scoring list with 12 points. And then you got Marcio Leite with 11 after that. And LSO, Luan Salas Oliveira with 10. Those round out your double-figure scores for Milwaukee. St. Louis has 4 on its list in double figures so far. Long shot at the buzzer by Almeida up in the stands. That'll do it for the first period. So, at the end of one, only one goal. Some great work by the goalkeepers. It's Milwaukee 1, St. Louis nothing. We'll come back with the second quarter after this. This is the MASL on Twitch.
The holidays are right around the corner, and the Milwaukee Milkman ticket and gift package makes the perfect gift. Learn more and see what's available at MilwaukeeMilkman.com.
we're going to give you the price of admission off of the Zero pillow that's going to fit you.
I love that.
So just bring your ticket in, or your digital ticket, your paper ticket, whatever you got. When you go to the game, you can come in and we'll take the price of going to the game off of the pillow that fits. And these girls know the pillows are so good.
The official sleep specialist.
The official sleep specialist of the St. Louis Ambush. And show us your shirt, Pat. Sleep rules, baby. Sleep rules.
The doctors of Signature Orthopedics are committed to providing the most advanced and innovative diagnostic, treatment, and if needed, surgical options available in the entire St. Louis region. With 22 orthopedic surgeons and pain management specialists, board certified in every aspect of orthopedic care, including sports medicine, we have you covered. From foot, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and spine. Contact Signature Orthopedics today.
A new coffee and cocktails experience is waiting for you on the campus of Ballpark Commons in Franklin. Blend coffee and cocktails, offering a unique take on the coffee house experience. Coffee house by day, cocktail lounge by night, with a delicious breakfast and dinner menu. Learn more and start your order at blendcc.com. Calling all bartenders, baristas, and mixologists. Rock Ventures is hiring. If you're looking to make some extra money, you can start training now and be set for the summer. Learn more at rockventures.org. That's ROCVentures.org.
Soccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standings, and in-depth features. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note. Also get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. And don't forget, MASL Monday is back with a familiar face. Join Alex Bastavansky and special guests each week to recap the weekend's games and keep up to date on all the latest news. Once again, want to thank all those on Twitch joining us here today in the Twitch chat. Art, what do we got in the Twitch chat here so far?
Yeah, so that 10th anniversary you were talking about, we have Rick into Dream said Max Ferdinand. Max was a heck of a player.
Good choice there.
Imiera likes Johnny Sosa.
Another good choice.
Great defender for Kansas City. We had a number of Marcio Leites. I think Marcio's a given to be on that team as well.
Yeah, I think those are all great choices there. You saw the foul on Mario Alvarez to begin the second period. Ambush with it. They go right to left as we look at the action, trailing 1-0. Inboard pass came to Briggs. He mishit it to the near side. And Alvarez, good job to get a foot on it. Pushing back, trying to come 2-1 with Ian Bennett as he's getting dogged from behind by...
That was Billy.
Billy Stymack, rather. The rookie out of Maryville University in St. Louis. Bennett tees one up just wide to the left side. Ian, of course, can shoot from everywhere. There's a reason why he's the second leading all-time goal scorer in MASL history. Now a total of 363 in his career. Frank Taillou just a couple ahead of him. Frank also the all-time leading scorer with 470-plus points. And currently leading the league with 38 points this year.
Lux St. Louis on the chat, Tom, said, it's Stymack, man. Come on, Tom. Billy Stymack.
Billy Stymack coming in. Shot just missing. Marcio had a great chance there. Tough angle, but he almost was able to chip one in. Again, Hart, Milwaukee getting its chances, but just not able to convert. Part of it has been Nascimento's been tough in the nets. He's made some great saves, but Wave off target and a few others that looked like almost sure goal-scoring opportunities.
Well, we've seen Paulo over the years. You know he's going to be stingy in the nets. You have to finish when you get your opportunities.
Paulo missed all of last season due to a knee injury, but he's come back strong this year, looking as good as ever. The 37-year-old Brazilian. Ambush clear. Marcio will get it as he's getting pressured. Eske.
Look at Willie B there with a nice little move with pressure.
Eske, one of the fastest players in this league. You always got to be careful when he's lurking around the ball. Chip to midfield. Ambush had it momentarily. Now Milwaukee will get it back as they play it to LSO near side. Luan, nice little touch. Ben Raymond trying to come through, cleared into the stands.
Hopefully the third time's a charm for the Wave with the top of the arc restart.
So let's see if Milwaukee convert here. Came close to scoring on the other ones. Both to Ian Bennett, and he got stopped by Paulo on the first one, and then just missing by inches on the second one. They go to the corner, shot a goal!
Third time's a charm for Derek Huffman as well.
Huff the stuff, puts it in, and the Wave leads 2-0.
3 restarts, and 3 times the Wave has gone to Marcio's left with his pass. This time he finds Derek Huffman, huff the stuff, and he beats Paulo to the far side. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. Both on the restart and for Huffman. And what a pleasant addition Derek Huffman has been to the Wave. First as a defender last year, then was moved to target, and he has been an outstanding target for the Wave for the last year and a half.
Huffman with his 9th of the year. He's now got a total of 17 points. Second on the team in scoring. Marcio Leite picks up his 7th assist. Also has 5 goals for 13 points. Restart goal for the Wave, and they lead it 2-0. Well, again, Milwaukee has had plenty of great chances. As you said, Art, 3, that was their 3rd restart top of the arc, and they've had several other great chances in the run of play here. They finally get another goal after that penalty kick by Ian Bennett early in the first period.
Saw that attempted bicycle kick that time by Antonio Manfoot. Not sure why that wasn't a dangerous play. And then Crane the other way got away with a foul.
A bomb from Sanchez, he scores! Wave leads it 3-0.
Alex Sanchez from just outside the yellow line. I believe Paulo was screened on that shot, Tom, as he really never moved as that ball found the far post. And all of a sudden it's 3-0. Let's see if Jeff Locker doesn't choose to use a timeout here and settle things down as the Wave is. Let's watch once again at Paulo if he's screened, as Sanchez lets it fly from outside the yellow line. And yeah, you see Paulo really never move. Here's a much better look. Paulo had a clear vision of it, but I think he might have thought Caritas at the back post was going to knock it out.
That's 3rd of the year for Alex Sanchez. Mario Alvarez picks up the assist, and Super Mario gets his 8th assist of the year. Now 13 points total for him, 5 for Sanchez. Sanchez, the rookie out at Roosevelt University in Chicago, and he has been a pleasant surprise for the Wave so far this year.
Yeah, I think Paulo thought his defender, Caritas, was just going to knock it out. And when he didn't make a play on it, it was already behind Paulo.
Wave gets it back. Milwaukee in the traditional black and gold uniforms going left to right as we look at the action. 1-0 at the end of 1, and now they've added 2 quick ones here to start the 3rd.
And another restart attempt for the Wave in the ambush zone. At least this one's wide along the boards for the ambush.
Foul called on the play. Didn't catch who that was. Anyway, Marcio plays it in off the inboard, and the ambush will clear it out. Marcio getting called for the foul there. Quick restart as Almeida plays it up. Deflect to the middle. Willie B gets there. Now LSO trying to turn against the pressure of Christian Briggs at midfield, and Christian committing the foul. I believe that is his second. Again, you get 3 personals in each half on your fourth. Your team gives up a 2-minute power play. It equals a blue card. You're also limited to just 6 fouls for the whole game. So you better use them judiciously. That time, Wave trying to use the old give and go on the smash back, but it didn't work. Poked away, Willie B lost the handle, and the ambush score, 3-1.
Well, I think Willie B was a little hesitant to grab that ball for fear of touching it with his hands outside the area. And when he did, the ambush forward poked it through his legs to Cristo. Let's watch once again here. See the referee trying to get out of the way, but there's the ball right there. Yep, Willie B didn't want to reach out and grab it. And I believe, was that SK that tapped it through to Cristo?
We'll have to double check on that. Time at 4:30 as Robbie Cristo scores. Now Cristo trying to come back again. Robbie, the second-year man of SLU. Shot saved by Willie B, and the Wave will clear out. That's Cristo's 10th goal of the season.
And I believe it was Beament who had that assist, Tom, number 41.
So, Beament will get the assist. Brian Beament, the rookie out of Loyola University in Chicago, former Loyola Rambler. That's where Christian Briggs finished up his college career. Briggs went to St. Louis U for 3 years and then played his final year at Loyola. Now possible numbers for the Wave. LSO looking on the near wing. Tracked down and sent back as Ben Raymond will work it across. Grable gets it now to the near side. And he will play it back for Ben Raymond. Ben, whose brother John works in the MASL front office. So the Raymonds are definitely immersed in the Major Arena Soccer League, both on and off the field. Speaking of off the field, we saw the commissioner, Keith Tozer, who's based here in Milwaukee, stop by to say hi. And Keith mentioned that they're bringing back the MISL Combine again this upcoming fall. Art, last year's very successful, and they're already taking registrations for players for this next one coming up.
Yeah, we heard Eddie Pascarich, the Dallas color commentator, say last night during the broadcast they already have over 128, I believe, applications for that combine, which will most likely take place in October of 2023. Time and place to be determined.
Usually a couple weeks before training camp, I think, is the timing of it. So that's something to look forward to prior to next season. Squid centering on the play, and it was broken up as Squid was trying to get it across for Ian Bennett. Ambush countering, and the shot up high. Near wing bounces around Almeida, but eventually able to play it back for the goalkeeper, Nascimento. Paulo, of course, very accomplished handling the ball outside the box. Shot blocks. And Bennett comes back. Ian trying to push it past the defender. Can't do it, but it comes to the middle. Shot and a goal! Derek Hoffman! On an unfortunate defensive play for the ambush, Milwaukee leads it 4-1.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for Pepe, number 33 for St. Louis. He was making a run to try to shut off Ian Bennett. And with Bennett's speed, and Pepe comes flying across, makes a nice play to get there. But watch this, he knocks it right off the boards, and it goes straight to Derek Huffman. SK was not there to recover in time. And unfortunately for the ambush and Pepe, Huffman scores, and the Wave now leads 4-1.
So that'll take us to the media timeout. This is MASL Soccer on Twitch.
Take control. Make a healthy change. Maintain a healthy weight. Exercise regularly. Don't smoke or use smokeless tobacco. Eat a healthy diet. Limit alcohol. Protect yourself from the sun and avoid tanning beds. Protect against sexually transmitted infections. Get screening tests. For more 8 Ways tips, visit siteman.woostel.edu/take control.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for shopping today.
Thanks for doing business with us.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for coming again.
Thank you. 2 simple words that convey appreciation and gratitude. At Educators Credit Union, our member loyalty program puts action behind the words thank you by rewarding members with cash just for using their accounts with us. It's our way of truly saying thank you. Join today at ecu.com.
All right, we are back here at Panther Arena. 4-1, the Wave leads it. AK, what do you got?
Well, Tom, as we watched that last goal, but we had to go to break, I was going to say, does that count as a Wallace scorer, right? But Eric Bergrud, the Kansas City Comets color commentator, in the chat, he beat me to the punch right there, but I was thinking the exact same thing. Not sure, does that count as a Wallace scorer?
Side Wallace scorer, right? You got end Wallace scorer and side Wallace scorer.
Typically a Wallace scorer has got to be from your own teammate, right? This time it was from Pepe, who's not the teammate of Derek Huffman.
Inadvertent Wallace scorer. As that shot up and over, we got a foul call in Milwaukee as somebody got wiped out after the shot. I think it might be Kudus Laval getting called for the Wave. If you want to see a game live, visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arena. And if you want free mobile service for life, download the Quentis app today and use the promo code MASL.
Tom, I see the doctor from the Empire is in the house in the chat, and doctor came out with his power ratings this past week. And for those that know what those power ratings are, I'm not going to go over them all. What do you think of the doctor's power ratings? In the chat, go ahead and feel free to chime in there.
I like them because they had Milwaukee third, so I love the doctor's power ratings this week.
By the way, if you haven't heard the doctor and Christian Philemon do a game from Empire, the Empire, right? I would encourage you to tune in. Always entertaining to listen to those two guys. But the only one I disagreed with was he had Baltimore at number 10, and I think the Blast right now, probably the most dangerous team in this league, playing some of their best soccer. I think it was a little bit too low for Baltimore, but always respect the doctor and his opinions.
And, of course, we saw Baltimore dismantle the Wave in Milwaukee's last outing, 11-3 in Baltimore this past Saturday. There's Anthony Brown, the rookie out of SLU, I should say, getting called for the foul. Anthony making his debut tonight for the Ambush, so I'm sure he's pretty excited about tonight's game. Had a pretty good career playing for the Billikens.
But getting back to Baltimore, Tom, as well, they still have one game in hand on both Kansas City and Florida, and they're 2 points back. And I think if they beat Harrisburg, which I predict they will, they'll move into second place, and their goal differential is like a plus 37 or 27, something like that, well ahead of both Florida and Kansas City.
SK working it to the near side. Good double team there by Bradley and Grable for Milwaukee as Anthony Brown is caught up in the middle there, and Wave comes away with it. Now Alex Sanchez. Alex with a goal earlier in this period, his third of the year. Bradley up ahead. The Squid trying to play it up ahead for Sanchez. He eventually chipped over the far side. Kyle Crane, the second-year man out of Fort Collins, Colorado. But I was talking with Kyle before. Told me that he moved here when he was 10 to Milwaukee and then went on to school at UW Milwaukee. Kyle's another one of those guys. He looks bigger in person than he does on TV. Into the corner, Ian. Oh, and he tried to nudge it past Nascimento, and Paulo denies him. Ian going for the cheeky finish there, and Paulo with a nice stop.
Ian is typically all power, and that time he tried finesse to beat Paulo, but Paulo is equal to the task.
Ian has a goal on a PK tonight and has had a few other good chances, but Nascimento has been there to deny him. High off the glass. Wow, that one almost spun in. You see that happen once in a while, and almost did so that time for Milwaukee. Huff lays it back. Pass to the near side. Ooh, looked like Ian thought Marcio was going to shoot. Marcio tried to dish it off to him.
Well, Marcio thought Ian was going to hold his run that time, and Ian took off for the far post. As you said, thought Marcio was going to shoot.
Now the ambush, moving across. Eske, and a nice play by Mr. Samaron, but
handball, they're going to call a handball. Cristo wanted an intentional handball and a blue card, but it's just going to be a free kick right here.
Yeah, you see Will Eske arguing the case as well. That's Alan Samaron, by the way. Mr. Samaron from Marquette. He's a rookie. Pretty impressive that he's already referred to as Mr. Samaron in his rookie season.
That's how Van McNeil, the public address announcer, referred to him in the warm-ups or pregame.
Ooh, that blast just going wide, sent back in by Pepe. It'll go across. And Samaron there to clear it out to midfield.
St. Louis has played better in this second quarter after a shaky start to the game in the first quarter.
The Wave really dominated possession in the first quarter. St. Louis has done a much better job here of getting some possession time and creating a few chances here as Beeman rolls it in, but Willie B right there to handle that one. Now Mr. Samaron looks up along the near board. He finds Kudus Laval with it. Kudus trying to make a move. Kudus comes in with a shot. Save made by Paulo. And the ambush clear, but Wiedebach will get there for Milwaukee over to his defensive partner, Marcio Leite. Ian. IB26 got tied up there a bit. Grable trying to keep the zone, but the ambush come out of there with it. However, errant past the near side. Wiedebach with it as he is checked down in front of the St. Louis bench. Foul is called. So the 37th meeting all-time regular season between these clubs. Milwaukee leads it 32-4.
You saw Will Eske there, number 14 for the ambush on the bench, their leading scorer. And every time Eske touches the ball, number 12, Stuart Grable, is there to make sure he doesn't go any further.
Now, Marcio steps in, fires a shot! That one deflected high. I think it was off a defender's foot.
Off Drewy that time.
Wow. Very fortunate for him that didn't go in. Ian Bennett with the foul. That's his second, I believe. 3:14 to go here in the first half. Milwaukee still leading 4-1. And the header flicked out by Cristo, and Bennett had to make a pretty good save there. Robbie Cristo, an exceptional forward for the ambush in just his second season. Here's Ian Bennett. Ian fires a shot, save, rebound, follow, blocked. And a big block there as Kyle Crane was looking to cash in on the loose change. And now LSO comes off the bench to take it away from the Opsy, who made the big block. Touching back. Esqueda's shot way off the mark and bounces out of bounds.
Yeah, Squid tried to play that ball off the boards. If you're going to play it off the boards, you got to keep it low. Anything that comes high off the near post doesn't give a guy at the far post much of a chance to do anything with.
SK trying to push it up on the far wall rather. Now Wave eventually clears. They will play it back to Paulo. And sent long, no problem for Willie B. Willie the Wall.
We talked about Willie's injury last week, and it's been a good thing he hasn't had a lot of work so far in this game. Made the really nice stop on Barry in the first quarter, coming down on the head ball. But other than that, Willie B hasn't been tested all that much here in the first half.
Well, we'll see if he can get through this one because Milwaukee's got a game Sunday in Utica. And, of course, you can watch that one right here on Twitch.
Well, that's a big question, Tom, is will they come back with Willie B against Utica, or will it be Augie Ray, who I know Giuliano Oliviero, the Wave coach, has got a lot of confidence in Augie Ray, not afraid to put him in there. So I'll be interested to see if Coach Oliviero decides to go with Willie B, given his injury status, or give Augie Ray some time.
That'll be Sunday afternoon in Utica, as the Wave will conclude the season series against Utica FC. Milwaukee has already defeated them twice here in Milwaukee. Barry bangs it out of the corner. Willie B gets it on the final 55 seconds here, the first half. Wave with goals from Bennett, Huffman, Sanchez, and then Huffman again. Robbie Cristo has the lone tally for St. Louis. LSL will chip it across. Nice little touch there. Alvarez fakes, he'll drop it off. Sanchez cracks a shot. That one a bit high and near. Still a chance for Milwaukee as the clock ticks down here in the first half. Sanchez loses, however. Ambush now with an opportunity in the final 10 seconds. Not anymore as Kudus breaks it up. Raymond starts up, trying to push upfield with some defensive pressure, and Sanchez will crank one at the buzzer, but it's too late anyway, and that will do it. Well, good first half for the Wave as they lead it 4-1. Art Kramer, what did you think?
Just 30 more minutes for Aaron Rodgers till he can go on his darkness retreat, Tom. But no, great first half for the Wave, and Ambush settled down, played better there in the second quarter. Should be a good second half.
So we will stand by for Van McNeil to talk with Wave coach Giuliano Oliviero. Giuliano, the dean of the coaches, along with Phil Savaggio from San Diego in the MASL. Giuliano has been the only coach the Wave has ever had in the Major Arena Soccer League, and he has been immensely successful. All-time record of 110-41-10. And let's send it down to Van McNeil talking with the coach.
All right, time for our Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital Coaches Corners. Jules, how are we feeling? This is a hard-fought 4-1 here. How are you feeling?
You know what? We're keeping the ball. We got the fans behind us. Things are going our way right now. You know, unfortunately, we gave up a goal, but I thought for the most part, momentum's all ours.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking to keep that going here into the second half, but obviously St. Louis has made some adjustments since our last visit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, playing away from home isn't as easy as playing at home, so they're going to do what they're going to do, and you know what, we want to keep doing what we're doing. We're doing a really good job defensively, and we're creating a lot of opportunities, and we want to keep that going in the second half.
All right, we'll let you get back to the locker room. Head coach of your Milwaukee Wave, Giuliano Oliviero. You're watching MASL action on Twitch, and you're listening to the MASL on Sirius XM, channel 157. We'll be right back.
Shoot! He
What's going on, everyone? Alex Bastiavansky here in the MASL studio. Hope you're loving the game so far. Some big encounters went down last week. We will cover them today on the show, starting things off with an Eastern tilt between Kansas City and Florida.
First chance to score. One touch. Shoots! And he hits it home! Welcome, Zach Reggett, to the Comets.
That's right, Zach Reggett as a KC Comet. He was traded for the second time in 2 weeks as Kansas City acquired him from the Harrisburg Heat on February 9th. And Zach was a beast against the team that first traded him, the Florida Tropics. He had 5 goals in the game. Yeah, he was pumped all right, helping to lead his new squad to the emphatic 12-6 win over FLA. All good things must come to an end at some point, but nobody expected San Diego's win streak to end in this fashion. Frank Taiu was unstoppable last week for Empire, putting up 4 goals and 4 assists for 8 points as the Strikers snapped the Sockers' 30-game regular season win streak, 10-4 the final score. Harrisburg and Utica hooked up in a riveting contest They saw the teams trade punches all game long. The Heat was up 3-1 at one point, but the Blues would rally back and ultimately send this one to overtime.
Mijatovic powers forward. Ball! Scores! Send us home, Bo Yelovitz!
Yeah, Bo knows goals. And that one gave Utica the victory in dramatic fashion. The drama in St. Louis was off the charts against Florida. 45 seconds left, ambush up by one. Drew Ruggles smokes it off the bar, off the ground, back off the bar before being smothered by Nascimento. I've never seen that before. The referee immediately calls for the video review. This is the best angle to show you. And from that perspective, it looks like it might have been over the line. There's your point of contact right there. It's just so tough to tell, though. Boy, the refs took a long look at it. Ultimately, the decision was no goal. Ricardo Carvalho and the Tropics are stunned and heartbroken. The ambush would add an insurance marker against 6 attackers to seal the deal. 7-5, your final. Chihuahua and Mesquite had 2 hugely entertaining games last weekend. This was the second one. This was the winning goal. Mesquite's Axel Chacunte taking on 3 Savage players and coming out on top. Off the boards, then through the legs of the keeper. Beautiful goal. That gave the Outlaws the insurance they needed. 6-5 was the final score in this one. Other game scores, Chihuahua took the first meeting between the two teams on Friday, 6-4. Milwaukee recorded the first MASL shutout in 2 years, blanking St. Louis 7-0. Ian Bennett extending his point streak to 43 games. But the next day, the Wave got slaughtered by Baltimore 11-3. San Diego back to its winning ways, taking down Tacoma 6-3. Scoring leaders, Frank Taiu on top of 38 points, Lucas Roque and second with 34, followed by Ian Bennett, Sebastian Mendez of Mesquite, and Gordy Gerson of Utica City FC with 25 points. Players of the week, defensively, it's an interesting one, as 2 goalies from Milwaukee split it. William Banahaney and Augie Ray combined for 24 saves against the St. Louis ambush in the 7-0 win. And as mentioned, that was the first shutout in the league since January of 2021. Offensively, Zach Reagit was a man on a mission against his former team, the Florida Tropics. 5 goals. 5 goals in the contest for Zach, who was all kinds of fired up as the Comets doubled up the Tropics 12-6. And your play of the week, we're going to go back to Axel Chacunte of Mesquite for this absolutely gorgeous strike, taking on 3 players from Chihuahua and still getting it to go as he's falling down, no less. Beautiful stuff. And upcoming games, immediately the San Diego Chihuahua contest on the 24th jumps out at you as the Sockers will visit what is arguably the MASL's toughest arena to take on the powerful Savage. They'll finish up their Mexican excursion as they head to Monterrey to take on their longtime bitter rivals, the Flash. And of course, just remember that even if you can't be there at the arena to take in the action, every single MASL game can be seen live on Twitch. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the game. See you next week.
Popper terminó perdiendo ahí el duelo. ¡Es que remate! ¡Golazo!
Sockers not looking up. That ball's going to come in. Mike Cone has it. Mike Cone! Mike Cone! Mike Cone!
Empire took a quick restart. We see Frank with an outside of the boot dime over to Mike, who fires with that magic foot of his, picks out the back corner, and just like that, the Strikers have doubled the lead on San Diego.
Hall Good pass. Back to Hall. Shot. Goal! Pretty play by the Tropic.
Give and go. What do? You make the run. Nice back heel pass.
Career leader in MAS's goals. There's a shot and a goal, Luan Oliveira. Well, they capitalize.
I think everybody was thinking that was going to be a pass, and he lit it on target.
Over to Reggett. He shoots, and Reggett, top shelf for Grandma, keeps the cookies.
Grandma's cookie jar took a beating there again.
SK! Oh, that's just perfection! Frenchie slams it home. Almeida with the apple. 69 seconds left in the half.
If you have more scoring opportunities, that's a good thing. Oh, well done.
Patrick Thompson.
What a goal that was. Great opportunity. Again, when you're defending, Ton, you have one of the keys of defending. You have to step up.
For Morgan. Jones goes for it, misses. Morgan has it fall towards his left foot. Pivots back to his right, shoots and scores. Well, Tavoy Morgan worked something special, had the better of Logan Jones all the way through as that ball came in from Pardo.
Mijatovic powers forward. Ball! Scores! Send us home, Bo Yelvitz! Oh, captain, my captain!
¡Sigue Puentes! ¡Cabezazo! ¡Doble, doble, doble Hernández! ¡Ay, mamita querida!
Centered in, Miller! Coughlin reaching to the line! Official signals no goal!
That's no goal. Unbelievable.
What the league can offer.
There's a save by Vanzella as the penalty will expire, so the Blast do a great job on that penalty kill.
Zone line restart. Mijatovic through traffic. The rebound hops over to Bordeaux, but he can't find a way to put it behind Vosvik.
Pressure by Raymond. Give to Almeida. Ray punching that one away.
Man, there's something about being in a whitish gray shirt tonight for.
Over to Vucic. Vucic touches it back to Leo. One touch to Leo. Shot and a save made by House. Oh, Kazim right on the doorstep.
Rojo, Waltman with a big stop at the edge of the area.
So Danny Waltman needs to keep Tacoma alive. Here's a look at that Waltman save.
Can't do much better than that.
Lucas Almeida controls out of the opening tap. Clever little ball. Willis K! Stoned immediately by a guy who played great here last month. William Bonahenne against the ambush.
100,000%.
Here we go. Almeida to man foot. Oh. And it is sent up toward Winnipeg, Manitoba by Augie Ray. Knocked it north of the bar.
Juice Cox gone down low. Pereira, oh my word, Boris Pardo. It shouldn't be possible, and yet the man's done it.
Yeah, Pardo makes an incredible save. He's going backwards. Man, does Pardo make a good save. He's going backwards. He's full extension, reaching all the way, and yet he's able to keep that ball out of the net.
I think we have our MASL save of the week.
Get ready to stuff your face, Milwaukee. Doghouse Ballpark Commons open soon. And we're hiring. Learn more at rockventures.org. That's ROCventures.org.
This what guys were like. Yeah. Laughing to the bank like yeah. Flex on swole like
Here coming in, shot save, Willie Man! And we're here with Wave goalkeeper Willie Bonaheny. Tom Wynn talking with the Wave keeper. Willie, thanks for stopping by to chat with us for a few minutes. So your first season in Milwaukee, off to a great start. What are your thoughts about playing for the Wave?
I mean, it's awesome. They have a championship mentality, and everything's professional from top to bottom, and the guys want to win and they want to go for it. So I'm excited to be here.
You're from the Rochester, New York area, attended Brighton High School there, and eventually Buffalo State University. Then played with Harrisburg for 3 seasons. What was that like playing for the Heat?
It was good. It was an experience where, it was a great experience for someone who's starting out in the game. You got Pat Hilley, who's a very good teacher of the game, and you kind of were in like an accelerated program because, you were needed to step up early, and it kind of shaped me as a player, just learning the game.
And so now you come to Milwaukee in the Midwest. So obviously you had played here before as a visitor here at the arena, but what are your thoughts about being in Milwaukee, playing in this arena here?
Yeah, Milwaukee's a lot like home. It's cold like Rochester, but yeah, no, it's a lot like home. It's calm. The arena's great. The fans are awesome. The atmosphere is always great. I'm just excited to be here.
I was reading a little bit about your background. Sounded like when you were a youngster, your dad tried to get you involved in tennis and become a tennis player, perhaps you and your sister, but eventually you gravitated towards soccer. Did you ever dream that, when you were a little kid, that someday you might want to be a professional soccer player?
Yeah, I think at a young age, everybody either wants to be a firefighter or a soccer player or an athlete or whatever it is. And, I was fortunate enough to keep playing and following my dreams and having the opportunity to play. So, I think I've always wanted to be an athlete, and there's times where I thought it wasn't going to happen, and I'm just fortunate enough to have it actually come out to fruition.
Hopefully your career is going to last for a long time, hopefully a long time in Milwaukee. Beyond that, have you had any thoughts about what you might want to do professionally once your playing days are done?
Yeah, I have a club back home that I started 3 years ago, so we're just continuing to grow. I run camps. I actually have a moving company back home as well. So I kind of have my life set. When I'm done, it's just kind of figure out when I'm done is kind of, what it is for me.
Well, that sounds like you definitely have a plan when you get done, and that's awesome. Again, hopefully you're going to still be playing for a long, long time, especially here in Milwaukee. Willie Bonaheny joining us here, and we'll be back right after this.
Milwaukee's newest mixed-use entertainment district, located in Franklin, Wisconsin, Ballpark Commons is committed to the notion of community creation. Located only 15 minutes from downtown Milwaukee, Ballpark Commons in Franklin spans over 300 acres and is the premier sports and entertainment destination in our region. From the Milwaukee Milkmen professional baseball team to the Mosh Performance Center, Lux Golf Bays, and even more. And we're not done growing yet. Learn all about us and get involved at visitbpc.com. The Ambassador, Milwaukee's landmark Art Deco hotel, is the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave and the perfect place to meet up with family or friends before or after the game.
Hey, Abby. I see the whole fam's here. Are you guys going to take the shuttle down to the game? Yeah. Love it.
Enjoy free parking and shuttle service to and from Panther Arena when you dine before the game. The Ambassador, the official hotel of your Milwaukee Wave.
All right, we're back at Panther Arena here in Milwaukee as we get set to start the third quarter with the Milwaukee Wave leading the St. Louis Ambush 4-1. The MASL on Twitch. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, standings, and in-depth features. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note. And you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena. Keep up to date on all the latest news. That's MASL Arena on Twitter. And thanks to everybody joining us today on the Twitch chat. Great to have you aboard. AK, what else we got going on the Twitch chat?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask the people in the chat. So I'm just going to throw 4 players out there. And which team would suffer the most from losing their star? Would it be Bennett with the Wave, Roque with the Blast, Pardo with the Sockers, or the king, Frank, with Empire. So if one of those 4 players went down, or for all 4 players went down, what team's going to suffer the most from losing their star? And I put that on the chat.
Pearson, hear what our responses are. They would all be major losses for sure if it happened.
Yeah.
So we're
knock on wood now. King, if you're listening, buddy, I'm not trying to jinx you. He's enjoying his time off in Empire right now. And Lucas in Baltimore, Boris in San Diego, and Ian, I'm not trying to jinx you, boys.
No, definitely not. And just like that, the Ambush have scored 30 seconds into the third period. It is now Milwaukee 4, St. Louis 2, as Marcel Berry turns on the lights. And the Ambush get the first goal here in the second half.
We've seen this before, Tom. We have seen this before. Remember Kansas City earlier this season when it was Rion Marks who came and scored right out of the gate, and this time it's Marcel Berry who hits a bomboso through that hole in the back of the net, or else he put a hole in the back of the net, but it didn't take long, as you said, 30 seconds for Marcel Berry to light the lamp for the Ambush.
So Berry coming up with a great steal off the pass by Marcio Leite. The intended pass upfield, and Berry picked him clean, and Marcel then turns around, makes a nice spinning move, and scores his 3rd goal of the season. He also has 5 assists for 8 points. Berry unassisted at 30 seconds of the third period, and Ambush back within 2 at 4-2. Milwaukee scored the first 3 goals of this game. Ambush answered on a goal by Cristo early in the second period, but then Derek Huffman scored his second of the game midway through the second to put Milwaukee up 4-1, and that's what the score was coming into the second half. And now 4-2 after that unassisted goal by Marcel Berry. You don't see Marcio give it up too often. Very rare mistake for him. The Squid getting pressure, knocked down, but Willie B will pick it up.
I mentioned I talked to St. Louis coach Jeff Locker before the game. I said, Coach, what are some of the keys? He said, number 1, get off to a good start. That didn't happen, right? He said, number 2, we got to score some goals, man. We have to score some goals. So good sign to start the second half with Marcel Berry. And the third thing he said was we need to control the tempo of the game. I felt like the Wave controlled the tempo in the first half. Let's see if St. Louis can't come out and establish a little bit of tempo when they get possession of the ball here in the second half.
Better with a shot, save Paulo, rebound! Sent back to the near post, and a nice defensive play to deflect away from Huffman, who might have had a chance at a hat trick. Derek will play it back out to Ben Raymond. Wave has put on some pretty good pressure against St. Louis here tonight. Again, Paulo has had to come up with some big saves to keep it at just 4 goals for Milwaukee thus far. Foul going to be called on Curtis Kirby. Kirby, by the way, just celebrated a birthday yesterday. I believe he's 27. Oh, to be 27 again.
To be 37 again, Tom.
Yeah, even 37 wouldn't be bad, Art. That'll be Daniel Matos on his next birthday coming up next month. Daniel out of the lineup with an injury tonight. Huffman plays it across. Now Bradley tied up. Back to Derek. He'll tee it up with a shot and a goal! He does get the hat trick, and Milwaukee leads at 5-2.
Number 9, Derek Huffman with the hat trick, but credit Alex Bradley with a great shift that time. He initially kept the ball in the St. Louis zone with some good defensive pressure, and then he found Huffman, and Huffman made no mistake. Look at Bradley, nice little touch pass to Huffman, beats Paulo to the far corner, and Bradley with the assist, and Huff, nice first touch off the chest, and Huff with the hat trick.
So Huff, after some tough luck in the first period, being denied on a couple of chances. He comes through with his third goal of the evening, now 11 on the season. Alex Bradley with the assist, and Sir Alex gets his 6th helper of the year. Also has 3 goals for 9 points. $2,826 on hand here tonight to see it at the arena on another beautiful night for indoor soccer. Outdoor temperature at 16 degrees at game time. Although I must say it was a lot nicer compared to last night with the wind and the snow that we had.
All in all, it was a pretty good week, though, in Milwaukee.
Yeah, not bad until yesterday. Actually, the winter has not been all that bad. Here's a giveaway. As Manfoot coming upfield, he is bumped from behind, no call. And Wave will bring it back. Manfoot played in just his 3rd game for the Ambush. Played the first 7 this year with the Baltimore Blast. Antonio has been with many teams in this league. Briggs with a shot, save made. Willie B. Eske on the rebound, couldn't get it on net. Here's a header above the crossbar, rebound follow, they score. So the Ambush stayed with it, and they eventually scored.
Good persistence that time by Billy Stymack as he took that initial ball off the back wall and then followed it in and finished it off.
So Stymack converts for his 5th of the year in just 9 games, the rookie out of Maryville University.
Looking at that replay, you saw the nice save by Willie B on Briggs, but then Stymack, good persistence that time.
And so the Ambush back with it too. They have outscored the Wave 2-1 so far here in the 3rd period. Ambush had only scored 5 goals against the Wave in the first 3 meetings this year. They've already got 3 so far here tonight. Huff tried to slip it through for Bradley, but broken up. Now Almeida at midfield. Almeida, the veteran out of Oklahoma Wesleyan University. That's what it was called when he went there. I now believe it's known as Fontbonne University in Oklahoma. Now a little flick on, and Willie B, nice job to come out and get it. Drew Wiedebach knocked down from behind. The foul is called. Will Eske, there you get a look at Will. And challenge flag has been thrown, so we'll have MASL video review coming up.
That challenge was thrown by Jeff Locker, the St. Louis coach. The first review we've had this evening.
Each team gets 1 challenge per game. You're also get an extra one if it goes in overtime. But as we say, Art, you better use it judiciously.
Well, or use it or lose it, or use it or lose it as well, right?
That's a lot of times what it comes down to.
And right here, Van McNeil said that they were looking for a possible handball right there. Let's watch again. Right, not the first time, but then the second time. So here's the initial save. And then watch right there. It's hard to tell from that angle whether Willie B touched that with his hand. I don't think you're going to see it from that. Here, this might be another better look. It's not going to be the first one, but when he reaches outside the box. Right? I didn't see anything on that one either.
I didn't see it. Danielle Chesky, the official on the near side, looked like she had pretty good position, was looking right in there. And obviously to make the call, so I think this is going to be
I'm not sure Willie ever touched it with his hand on the initial challenge or as it went outside the area.
He made the first rolling stop with his hip, it looked like.
And by the way, great work by our camera crew. They're giving you 3 different angles here. Oh, right there. The left arm might have come down on top of the ball.
Left armpit. Does that count as handball?
Yeah, that does. Let's watch once again. Right there, it looked like it rolled up his arm, but Ryan Sigich rules that there was no intent, possibly. And he called it an unsuccessful challenge that time for Jeff Locker.
And the higher up the arm, the lesser chance it's going to be called a handball if it's unintentional.
Great job, though, by the camera crew. 3 different looks at that. Where are you going to find that around the league?
Yep, I agree.
Kansas City.
Kudos to our
right?
Panther Arena production crew. Pass broken up. Bennett coming back. Oh, we tried to play it for Laval in the far wing, and the pass broken up. And now I think they're going to get a foul on Marcel Berry. Could have gone either way between he and Alex Bradley battling for it. I tell you, when you're standing down there next to Alex, you can appreciate the physical prowess of that guy, Art. He has got to be a serious workout machine because he is put together in a very solid fashion. Bennett on the little touch volley, and he missed it wide right.
Huff set up Bennett that time. Set him up on a platter. Ball was up high, though wasn't an easy finish for Ian, but a great setup that time by Derek Huffman.
Goals and scoring chances coming in abundance here in the first part of the third period. In the first half, the Wave had mostly all the good scoring chances, but St. Louis is getting a few now. They've already converted on a couple here.
I said good work by our camera crew, but as they point out on the chat, great production as well. Great work by the producer to spot those 3 replays and be able to give them to you quickly as well.
The official match ball of the Major Arena Soccer League, designed and produced.
Lob downfield. And the chip across for Cristo, broken up by LSO. He launches it long. And it'll bounce out of play, but well done by LSO to clear it and at least get it to bounce once before going in.
And with his right foot, LSO, predominantly a lefty, time he made the long clearance with the right foot.
There's Zachary Drury. Drury, the rookie out of UMSL, the Rivermen. Down the middle, oh, shot wide by Eske, and the rebound up and out. Will Eske with a golden chance.
Yeah, we've talked about Eske. It's been 5 games against the Wave where he hasn't recorded a point, and that was a golden chance right there.
That was a golden chance like Sam Guernsey would have loved to have. And that because Guernsey's a great goal scorer, but of course, in the Milwaukee area, we used to have the Golden Guernsey Dairy. The local fans understand it. The older local fans. As you see Danielle Chesky getting a new ball.
Doing a good job tonight. Danielle in there with Ryan Sigich, the head of the referees. I think this has been a very well officiated game thus far.
Yep, doing a good job to keep the refs. The only penalty of the contest was against Drury for holding at 1:38 that resulted in a penalty kick for Milwaukee, actually tripping by Drury, and that was the first goal of the contest. And we're going to have a foul on Lawal. Quick restart back for the ambush. That's Kudus' first this half. He had a couple in the first half. Kudus plays it across. He gets it there to Marcio. And ran out of room there after trying to play it around the boards. Esqueda now back for Willie B. The Squid now will turn and go. The rookie out of UW Milwaukee. He's been a solid player for the Wave so far this year. Maybe had a few rookie struggles as of late, but all in all, he's been a great addition to the Wave. Benahani throws long. Huffman tries to head on, had it knocked down. Derek already with a hat trick so far for the Wave. Now Mr. Salmeron steps up and plays it back for Bradley.
Huff on track to be our player of the game. Let's just hope that in the interview after the game, it goes a little better for Huff this time than the last time he was the player of the game. But still a long way to go here before anybody gets player of the game.
Wiedebach now plays it to the corner. And the shot save made on the blast by Sanchez. Good save there by Paulo. Wave gets back defensively. Almeida dealing with it, will play it behind. Remember, when this series started, when the Ambush came back online, if you will, in the 2013-14 season, which was last year, the MISL, the Wave went on to win the first 26 games between these teams, all regular season, as a foul called there against Milwaukee.
Yeah, and it seemed at least last year that the Ambush had righted the ship. That's why it was quite the surprise. The Wave has handled the Ambush so easily here in the first 3 games they've played.
Ambush won 3 of the 5 last year to make it 29-4 in the all-time series coming into this year. Oh, and the pass to Christian Briggs, and he puts it over. Kind of a semi-quick restart, and Briggs with a great look, but unfortunately put it up into the stands. And we've come to our media timeout. 5-3 Milwaukee here in the third. This is the MASL on Twitch.
Get your tickets now by going to STLambush.com. Come experience all the exciting action of St. Louis Ambush indoor soccer.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Along with Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer and our producer Ian Thompson, Tom Wynn with you here from Panther Arena in Milwaukee. The Wave leading the St. Louis Ambush 5-3. It was 4-1 at halftime. Ambush have outscored the Wave 2-1 thus far here in the third period. And I think it's safe to say, Art, that the volume of goals, or the number of goals scored, probably does not belie the volume of chances. Both teams could easily have a couple more goals, especially the Wave in this one.
Yeah, it's been an entertaining game throughout. And we still got 5:40 left here in the third.
Kudus, nice pass. Bennett coming in, but the whistle had blown, and they're going to get Kudus for the foul. So that's his second of the half.
You remember George Pastor,
Tom,
who used to play forward for the Wave.
Yeah, absolutely. One of your line mates at times, I recall.
Georgie from the San Diego area. How many times did Georgie get called as a forward up in the attacking zone, and he'd look at the referee and be like, "Are you kidding me?" And I think Kudus knows the feeling right there.
Willie B steps up to clear that one away, but the Ambush get it right back. Yeah, Georgie was a good one, no question about it. Back in the Kramer, Casper, Kelly days when the Triple K line would go out there for the Wave. But, yeah, they had you and Georgie on the same line occasionally, I recall. Johnny D would throw you out there. Power plays, I remember you guys were both out there at times.
Yeah, Georgie was a good one. A lot of good players from the San Diego area. And we know there's a lot of good players in San Diego right now as well.
Oh, no question about that. Alvarez tried to touch it back for Huffman, but the Ambush break it up now. Here comes Cristo. Fires a shot, save Willie B. SK trying to track down the rebound, and he does. Now Manfoot's got a good look. Shot just wide. Willie B diving. He couldn't be sure if that was going to be on target or not.
Full extension that time by Willie B, trying to get to that shot from Manfoot.
Briggs into the corner as Beeman was down there trying to maneuver. Ball stayed in play. Huffman at midfield to LSL. Now Lawan dancing along with SK, who was defending there. Wiedebach plays it up, and Milwaukee will retain the possession at midfield. Into the corner, Huffman. Working up there with LSO. Back out to the point as they move it across near wing Bradley. And Wiedebach coming to the corner. Trying to smash it off the boards, but cleared out by the ambush.
Come on, what was that you said before on that ball off the board? Smash back, right? I know where you got
Smash
that.
back, that's Andrew Haney out there in Tacoma. I think you should get a trademark on that one.
Smash
That's a good,
back, yeah.
and that's a good term, a good way to describe it as well. Marcio Leite. Marcio back after missing the last 3 for Milwaukee with that abductor strain. He's looked pretty good tonight.
Marcio always looks good.
That guy is ultra smooth. 38 years old and at least facially getting younger every year. There's a foul and a blue card, and they're going to call it on Huffman. Contact above the shoulder, I believe, will be the call. To see Marcel Berry is trying to get his bearings there. Looked like Huff might have got him right in the nose.
Huffman pleading his case with Ryan Sigich, the referee. But unless Giuliano Oliviero chooses to throw the challenge flag, Huff's going to be sitting in the box here for the next 2 minutes. Jules hoping to see a replay here. We're going to see it right here. And watch once again. Here's Huff with the ball. Well, that was hard for the referee to see that Huffman's hand came back, and didn't look like Huff made any contact, but from Danielle's vantage point, that would have been difficult to see. And we obviously have the luxury of video review and the replay, I should say. And so when we saw it in slow motion, it didn't look like Huffman's hand made any contact. And then the question would be, what about embellishment if there wasn't contact? So we should get a good look at it right here on replay review. Giuliano throws the challenge flag, and Ryan Sigich and Danielle will take a look at it.
Well, of course, if it was embellishment, they could certainly call it. We
didn't get a good shot. The other angle that we had was great. This one is a little difficult. Right there, see, I don't know whether Huff's hand makes contact with Barry's face. On this one, it doesn't look like it. This I thought was a good one. Right there, it didn't look like Huff made any contact. Watch again.
Yeah, again.
Watch it here, Tom. His hand's going to, nope. Yep, and they got a blue card.
They're going to stay with it. Very little contact, if any, but again, the player intent could also come in. I thought it was unintentional.
Well, the intent doesn't matter. The intent really doesn't matter. The hand's in an unnatural position, up above his head, coming backwards. And actually, the first replay we saw, it was really difficult to tell. And once again, if the replay doesn't 100% conclusively say that the call was wrong, they're going to go with the call that was on the field.
Ambush will go on the power play first time tonight. They are 10 for 24 this year, 42%, so pretty respectable, but they have yielded 3 shorthand goals against, which leads the league. Wave, as far as penalty killing, is at 60% coming in. They killed off 15 of 25. They have not scored any shorthand goals. Ben Raymond will play it in and just dump it down to the near corner. Milwaukee with Raymond, Bennett, LSO, and Grable, the penalty killers, as Willie B dives out to stop that one. Smothering it just to make sure. Cristo with Eske, Briggs, Almeida, and that man right there, Pepe. Pepe, in his 7th season, the Brazilian native, has spent all 7 of his MASL campaigns with St. Louis. So he's been around for a while. Solid player for the Ambush.
Almeida also serving as an assistant coach to Jeff Locker.
Almeida broke in with the old Tulsa Revolution the first year of the MASL, 2014-15. He's been with the Ambush ever since, and he's been an excellent player for St. Louis all those years. You don't stick around all those years without being a good player.
I think just to get a professional contract in any sport, you're probably a good player.
In front, and the shot and a goal!
And I believe Will Eske is going to get off the schneid as he's going to pick up an assist on that Christian Briggs goal. We saw St. Louis working around, and then lefty Christian Briggs comes in. Let's see right here. That's Eske that plays it across to Briggs. And then Briggs beats Willie B to the near side. So it took almost 6 games for Will Eske to get off the schneid against the Milwaukee Wave, but he picks up an assist.
Christian Briggs, the Trinidad and Tobago native, in his 3rd season, all with the Ambush. Former star at SLU and then Loyola of Illinois. Gets his 5th goal of the season, also has 2 assists for 7 points. And Will Eske with the assist, as Art mentioned, his first point against the Wave in 6 games. Ambush leading scorer has his 5th assist and 16th point of the year. So St. Louis, for the first time tonight, has put together back-to-back goals, and it's 5-4.
They give St. Louis a lot of credit. They came in yesterday, battled the elements, about a 7-hour trip from St. Louis, ran into an interstate that was shut down, and they were crawling to get here, basically. And they have responded here in the second half with a nice effort against the Wave.
Headed out, Wave still might have a chance with 12.9 seconds. But we can certainly remember a few road trips like that back in the day.
Were you on that trip back in the first year of the Wave? When
I was not when they had the accident. No, fortunately not. Bradley with 6 seconds. He'll knock it in there, but it's deflected, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. The Ambush outscore Milwaukee 3-1 in the 3rd.
Let's hear it, Tom. Let's hear your line.
Hang on, fans. We go to the 4th. It's the Wave 5, Ambush 4. This is MASL Soccer on Twitch.
A new coffee and cocktails experience is waiting for you on the campus of Ballpark Commons in Franklin. Blend coffee and cocktails, offering a unique take on the coffee house experience. Coffee house by day, cocktail lounge by night, with a delicious breakfast and dinner menu. Learn more and start your order at blendcc.com. Calling all bartenders, baristas, and mixologists. Rock Ventures is hiring. If you're looking to make some extra money, you can start training now and be set for the summer. Learn more at rockventures.org. That's ROCVentures.org.
We're going to give you the price of admission off of the Zero pillow that's going to fit you.
I love that.
So just bring your ticket in, or your digital ticket, your paper ticket, whatever you got. When you go to the game, you can come in and we'll take the price of going to the game off of the pillow that fits. And these girls know the pillows are so good.
The official sleep specialist. The official sleep specialist of the St. Louis Ambush. And show us your shirt, Pat. Sleep rules, baby. Sleep rules.
The doctors of Signature Orthopedics are committed to providing the most advanced and innovative diagnostic, treatment, and if needed, surgical options available in the entire St. Louis region. With 22 orthopedic surgeons and pain management specialists, board certified in every aspect of orthopedic care, including sports medicine, we have you covered. From foot, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and spine. Contact Signature Orthopedics today.
5-4, the St. Louis Ambush leading the Wave as we come into the fourth quarter. That's the Wave on top of the Ambush, 5-4. St. Louis outscoring the Wave 3-1 in the third period to make this a one-goal contest coming into the fourth. Remember, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Also, MASL Monday is back with a familiar face. Join Alex Bastavansky and special guests each week to recap the weekend's games and keep up to date on all the latest news. Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. And App Card Wallet. Quintus has everything you need to manage your money your way. Visit Quintus.com today to learn more. Wave coming out of its defensive end. And a foul going to be called against the Ambush.
And Tom, no surprise that the Ambush have come storming back here ever since O'Reilly_Ryan showed up in the chat. And you know who that is, right? Ryan O'Reilly, man. Captain of the Blues, Stanley Cup champion. And they have started to score ever since O'Reilly_Ryan. No surprise.
Blues have been hot as late. Starting to get hot here in the second half of the season. They've had a roller coaster campaign. So maybe some of that good karma going to translate to the Ambush. Shot in by Escueta. Good stop again by Nascimento. In tight, he plays it out to midfield. With the Wave able to regain the possession. Near wing. The Squid is shut off that time by Marcel Berry. Ian Bennett trying to break up that pass for Drewy, and he does. And eventually, Bradley gets it over to Bennett. Ian has been held to just one goal tonight, the league's third leading scorer, tops on the Wave.
That goal coming in the first quarter on a penalty kick.
Loose ball, they back a back shot, the goal! Super Mario off the feed for Bradley. And Milwaukee, make that Huffman rather. Yeah. And Milwaukee back out to a 2-goal advantage at 6-4.
What vision and what quality that time by Derek Huffman as Sanchez made the run off the wall. Look at that little cheeky little touch by Huffman to Sanchez. Once again, right here, that was gorgeous. Took both defenders out of the play and Paulo, and Sanchez with the easy finish to the near post.
So Mario gets his 6th goal of the season. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. 14 points on the year, and Huff the Stuff.
What a game
gets an
for
assist.
Huff the Stuff.
9th assist of the year, his first of the night to go along with 3 goals. So he's working on a 4-point night and a total of 20 points on the year. Second on the Wave team scoring less. Wave defense has to scramble to get that one out, and a curling shot to the far post by Steinmack, and Willie B to poke it away. I don't know if that would have got in there, Art, but that was too close for Willie to take any chances and let that one go. Nice try there by Steinmack to curl one in. Tell you, this guy Steinmack has shown that he has the ability to score some goals in this league. He's already got one so far tonight, which was his 5th of the year in just 9 games. Today is his 9th game. Is it Maryville University? I'm trying to think. Are they the not the Groundhogs? What are they called? They got the.
Come on, Tom. You're going to ask me.
Well, you're the St. Louis. You're the St. Louis guy.
Well, if it was St. Louis University, they're the Billikens. If it's SIU, it's the Cougars. You're asking me Maryville?
Garlocks, maybe? Milkman had a pitcher from Maryville a couple of years ago.
Let me ask you this. What's Lindenwood? Because it's
the Lions.
Yeah, Lindenwood Lions. Okay. But Maryville, you're kidding, aren't you?
I want to say something like that. Not the Warlocks, but maybe the Gerlocks. Maybe somebody in the chat can help us out with that one real quick.
All right, chat, you heard it. Maryville in St. Louis, right? What's the nickname?
Wave has a goal here early in the period for Mario Alvarez, the assist Derek Hoffman, but
Earl says it's the Saints.
Maryville's the Saints.
Okay, that's
Webster is the one I'm thinking of. Webster is the Gerlocks. Maryville's the Saints. Okay, all right, some good stuff there from our.
And the chat knew that Webster was the Gorlocks too, long before you just said it again there. In fact, Luck St. Lou is a Gorlock.
Oh, he is. Okay. Okay.
She, I believe. Bear with us, chat fans.
Stymack with a drive that's high. Almeida trying to track it down, and his shot is just a bit off target. Alvarez will drop it back for Willie B, who is to quickly dump it out to midfield. Ambush coming right back. Wave was up 4-1, but the Ambush rallied back to make it a 5-4 game until the goal by Alvarez from Huffman at the outset of this period. 6-4 is where we are. Deflected top of the area, and Alvarez lost it. Almeida sent it back in over his shoulder. Headed back to Benahane, and Willie will control. Willie having another solid outing for the Wave tonight. Bradley trying to fend off the much smaller Manfoot. Now LSL to the near wing, trying to get it to Kyle Crane. Kyle battling to settle as he gets some intense defensive pressure. Cleared up into the stands.
So Tom, Luck St. Louis said that she went to Parkway Central High School. If you're from St. Louis, the question you always ask is, where'd you go to high school? So I went to Vianney High School.
Off the end board, Dean Bennett sends it back in. Oh my goodness!
Huff. That was Huff at the far post. Already has 3. He could have 6.
He's converting all the tough ones, but it's the high percentage ones that he hasn't been able to cash in on. Still having a great game though. 3 goals and an assist. Great look. Boy, the Wave, I tell you, they've done a great job of creating chances tonight. There's no question about that. Now Manfoot, far wing, Eske coming in, and the shot just misses. Reload near side, Pepe rolls it in, and Willie B able to gather it up. Now we'll toss one down the middle. He's trying to get LSO on the fly pattern, but broken up on the play. Niamsi now will control it. Niamsi, the Paris, France native.
9:30 left in this one, Tom. The Wave up 2. Now's the time we need Marcio Leite, Mario Alvarez, Alex Bradley. Put your foot on it and run some clock. We know the Wave struggles with multiple goal leads the past year and a half, and here they are in another situation, up 6-4 at home. Time to take the air out of the ball and make St. Louis chase.
Chipped in, Cristo heads it up. They go to the corner where Barry and Somerone are battling for it. Shot in is deflected away, and it comes right out to the foot of Stymack, and he drills it in for his second of the night, and the Ambush back within 1 at 6-5.
You called it, Tom. That guy right there, Billy Stymack. You said, hey, he's got some potential to be a good goal scorer, and this one his second of the night. And Billy Sty right there, look at it. Marcio tried to play it out right to Billy Stymack, and he beats Willie B up top where Grandma keeps the cookies. And it's a 1-goal game.
So, Stymack, 2 tonight, 6 on the season. That should be unassisted, and the Ambush right back within 1. And the former Maryville Saint is acquitting himself pretty well here in his rookie season. LSL double team, loses it. No foul called. Now 3-2 with Manfoot. Lays it off the near side. And the shot up and over by Beeman. Oh, he had a great chance, but couldn't put it on target. Wave coming back 3-on-3. Wiedebach will load one up, that one wide right. Stuart Grable had that one bounce over his foot, and here comes SK racing upfield. He's 2-on-1. There's Beeman, and shot deflected away. Ben Raymond getting back to clear that one off the bar. And Beeman chips it out. Boy, what a defensive play by Ben Raymond.
Goal-saving defensive play that time by Raymond to Rob Caritas at the far post. And Antonio Manfoot has got to be asking himself, what do I need to do to get an assist? First he set up SK on the doorstep, and then he set up Caritas after that. To no avail.
So the Wave dodging a bullet there. I got a feeling, AK, we're going to be coming right down to the end on this one. Would it be any different for a Wave home game? Ian trying to work against Barry. Can't shake loose for a shot, so he'll back it up to Escueta. And now Barry will work it far side. Alvarez had that one go over his foot. Good step in there by the Squid to get it back.
And even though you're up one, it's important to run clock. Keep possession of the ball. There's no need to force it. Make the Wave give it away.
Almeida chipped one off the mark. He had a good idea, but just couldn't execute it the way he wanted to. Squid will hold on to it, slide it near side to Ian Bennett. Ian is 2-on-3 with Huffman. Huff up against the boards as he lets a runner go past. Back out to midfield. Bradley has to scramble to get it. Now we'll touch it back for Willie B. Ambush defensive pursuit is certainly intense right now.
Yeah, but it's all in their own half. Make them come out of their half of the field and chase you.
Salmarone cranks one up past deflected and swept away top of the box. And now Cristo coming out. He walks in. Shot is off the mark. Robbie Cristo in a breakaway opportunity, but he missed it. Not going to see that happen too often in the middle. Willie Bees has to go get it in the corner.
Cristo came off the bench for a change and found himself in behind the Wave defenders who had lost Cristo coming off the bench.
That was like a virtual shootout. Alvarez coming up, lays it across, and the shot high, rebound, follow off the board. So Milwaukee with a good chance there as both Samaran and Alvarez had good looks but couldn't convert. Mario's a little tougher as he was trying to one-time a volley there. That one will stay in play. Samaran tracks it down. Allen, the Chicago area native who played his college ball at Marquette. He's a rookie right off the campus of Marquette. He was playing for the Golden Eagles this past fall. Wave took him in the college draft, the MASL college draft.
And that's better right there from Raymond and Marcio. Once again, St. Louis has not come out to chase all game. Make them come out of their half of the field.
Marcio has an assist so far tonight. Looking for Raymond in the corner. And cleared up ahead. And here comes a breakaway for Bamit. And Willie B makes the save! Willie B again stops Bamit. Boy, Brian Beeman, I'm telling you, he has had some chances tonight for sure, and Willie B has snuffed him out. Shot off the frame, near side. Crane trying to track it down, but the ambush able to turn and start up. Here's SK again, using that speed with the dribble. Past the corner. Off the mark. Marcio will start back the other way. Up and down we go here in the fourth. Marcio trying a long chip to try and see if he can get Paolo too far off his line, but it was not on target. Nice turn there. Sanchez, he's got a goal tonight. Alex, nice move. Plays it off the end board. He had Kudus standing at the near post, but headed away. Good defense by the ambush. The Amsi now heads it to midfield. Kudus, good job to get it back. Kudus began his MASL career with the ambush, and that one deflects out of bounds. It'll be Milwaukee's ball. We have
an official's
our media timeout.
Yep, which couldn't come quick enough here for the Wave.
4:06 to go. Wave still leading by 1. This is MASL Soccer on Twitch.
Take control. Make a healthy change. Maintain a healthy weight. Exercise regularly. Don't smoke or use smokeless tobacco. Eat a healthy diet. Limit alcohol. Protect yourself from the sun and avoid tanning beds. Protect against sexually transmitted infections. Get screening tests. For more 8 Ways tips, visit siteman.woostel.edu/take control.
Get ready to stuff your face, Milwaukee. Doghouse Ballpark Commons open soon. And we're hiring. Learn more at rockventures.org. That's ROCventures.org.
And our staycation winner today.
6-5, the Wave leads it as we come down the stretch. 4:06 left to go here from Panther Arena. Wave will be back in action on Sunday in Utica. That's a 1:05 Central Time start, 1:05 p.m. as they wrap up the season series against Utica FC. That is going to be a tough road game, always tough to play in Utica. And then St. Louis will be back in action Monday, President's Day. They've got a matinee special as they'll be home against the Dallas Sidekicks. And obviously, Ambush does not want to be the first team to lose to the Sidekicks. That's also a 1 o'clock game Central Time at Family Arena in St. Charles.
Well, these 3 points are huge for both teams. They really are. You mentioned the Wave has to travel to Utica. It's going to be a tough game on Sunday. And the Ambush, great fight here in the second half, but unfortunately they need points, man. There's no moral victories at this point of the season right now.
Far side, Huffman, top of the area. Salmerone with a nice move, but he drove it wide. Bouncing rebound follow, turned away by Apollo. Nice job there by Allen to keep the zone. The rookie from Marquette still poking away at it. And Bennett, redirection off the ball driven in by Wiedebach, but it's up and over.
3:32 here left in the game. Ambush down by 1. Let's see how long Jeff Locker decides to go before Paulo comes out of the net, or if they just leave Paulo in as a 6th attacker.
Yeah, Paulo, very capable offensive player. He's got 4 goals in his career in 83 previous games. A couple of those, I believe, as an extra attacker or a pseudo 6th attacker. Headed on, and Paulo stepped out to knock it away, but a foul behind the play. So
really
that's
nice
going to be
call
Pepe.
That time by Daniel Chesky to wait to see. There was a foul against Bennett by the St. Louis defender. Daniel waited to see where the play went to and then called the foul.
Alvarez, Grable at midfield. Stewart, the veteran out of Neenah, Wisconsin, and UW Green Bay.
Right now, the Wave should be in keep-away mode, Tom.
I think Huffman misread the move of Bennett that time. Ian was going one way, Derek played it the other way.
2:45 left. If you're the Wave, you need to make the Ambush chase you right now.
Keeper can only hang on to it for 4 seconds, and then he's got to get rid of it. Nice move there by Salmeron. Up to Huffman. Derek backs it up. Now he'll play it on the overlapping run off the inboard, but cleared away. Follow-up shot. Save made. Rebound. Save. Rebound. LSO is up above the bar. And Paulo gets it and calls timeout.
How about those ups by LSO for the head ball in the box? He got way up high after for the second opportunity.
One more time on the Wisconsin Division instant replay on the ball sent in by
Right
Alvarez.
here.
There's one. And a great save initially by Nascimento, and then LSO really going up to try to get that one, but Nascimento makes a play. So, Wave's next home game will be coming up here on March 4th when they host the Florida Tropics. That'll be another big one. Wave will be looking to sweep the season series with the Tropics, the 3-game series. Go to MilwaukeeWave.com for tickets and information. MilwaukeeWave.com, your source for everything Wave.
Well, Tom, St. Louis has battled valiantly here in the second half. They've made it a 1-goal game, and we're in the 6th attacker now. So one of the things, and we saw it last night, Eddie Piskarich, the Dallas color commentator, pointed it out. It's important in these situations to not just sit back and let the 6th attacker come at you. I played this position in my career, and our mindset was always attack their 6th attacker. Don't let them come out of their zone and get it into your zone. Attack them up the field, put them under pressure, win the ball, and score the goal and finish the game.
Well, this is where Ian Bennett has done a lot of goal hunting in his career, so maybe Ian can do it again. 2:16 left to go, so there's still plenty of time for the ambush to try to come back. Lucas Almeida will don the jersey, and he will be the extra attacker for the ambush.
Keith Tozer used to coach our offensive 6th attacker, and he'd say there's 3 parts to it. Get out of your own zone, get it deep into the zone, and then score. Well, right now, they've just let him out of the zone. They're letting him into the attacking zone, and they've given away 2/3 of what the other team's supposed to have to do, which is the third part is they got to score now.
Almeida, of course, is the man with the pink jersey on. Pepe, shot blocked. Bennett able to nudge it away, and it crawls over into the ambush bench. So ambush will kick it in with 1:42 left to go.
And I understand the other side of that is you don't want to get spread out and give up too much space, but I'm all for attacking the 6th attacker.
This game, by the way, is being broadcast on Sirius XM Radio tonight, channel 157. Ray Biggs and Mark Linton doing the broadcasts, and they've obviously had an exciting one to call here tonight. The Friday night MASL Game of the Week on Sirius Radio, channel 157. 70 seconds left for the ambush to find a tying goal. And that ball deflects off the shelf. It will go out of bounds. So 1:03 left to go as you see Almeida. Wave led it 1-0 at the end of 1, 4-1 at halftime, 5-4 coming here to the 4th period, and each team has a goal thus far in the final quarter. 6-5 Milwaukee. Trying to hang on for a 4th straight victory over the ambush this season. Poked away. Bennett trying to launch toward the empty net. There's a defender back. So no chance for that one to even get close as Stymack brings it up. They roll it through. Cristo off the end board. Shot. Save! Willie B covers up. And looked like Willie was tempted to try and launch it, throw it down for a potential goal, but instead he holds up for a couple seconds, calls timeout. 35.4 seconds left to go.
It looked like that in that initial shot. I wasn't sure Willie B saw it. It almost got through his legs. Watch once again here on the shot. Right there, hit Willie in the legs, and fortunately came right back to him.
Christian Briggs on the bid there for the tying goal. Almost 3,000 fans here tonight to see this game. Well, I tell you, Art, just about every game we've had here has been a thriller, coming right down the wire. Now,
we see games every weekend in the MASL that are thrillers. I mean, this is crazy. This year has been unbelievably good. The parity is outstanding. And after this one, Tom, I know what you're going to do. You're going to go home. You're going to tune it in and watch the Stars take on Chihuahua.
Absolutely.
Chihuahua, by the way, who had got a new head coach here recently. It's going to see if that affects their play.
Both Mexican teams. Monterrey also changing coaches as well. So that game starts at 9:35 Central Time tonight in Tacoma. Tomorrow you've got San Diego at Mesquite down in Texas. That'll be a good battle there between two of the top teams in the West Division. And then Sunday, the Wave at Utica, 1 p.m. Central Time. Kansas City Comets will be in Florida in Lakeland to take on the Tropics. That's at 2 o'clock Central Time. Harrisburg at Baltimore at 4 o'clock Central Time. And then the Monterey Flash visiting the Empire Strikers in Ontario, California at 8:05 Central Time. And then Chihuahua in the rematch with the Stars at the same time Sunday night. 30.2 seconds left to go. And Ambush going to get called for a foul on Will Eskay. So Milwaukee now will be able to restart it on their half of the field. Now, wait a minute, going to bring them back now. The officials talking over. They're probably double checking to make sure Eskay did not pick up either his fourth foul this half.
And he did.
Wow. That is untimely right there for Will Eskay and the Ambush. Again, you're limited to 3 personals in each half or 6 for the game. If you get 4 in one half, that equals a blue card. And he's going to have to go to the box for too many fouls with 30 seconds, 30.2 left in this game.
Yeah, too bad for Will Eskay. I mean, he's played a really good second half of soccer here for the Ambush. We talked about his struggles against the Wave. Has looked dynamic in the second half, but not a smart foul by Eskay to pick up his 4th here late in this game.
So the Ambush will try to come back with 5 attackers instead of 6. Wave trying to just see if they can use up the rest of this time, which is now down to 15 seconds. Almeida, the extra attacker in the pink jersey. They move it up on the far side. And Ambush still coming to the corner, broken up. Huffman to Ian. Is he going to launch? Now, the clock runs out and the Wave wins at 6-5. So the Wave hangs on to win it in a thriller here tonight at Panther Arena. Willie B, another excellent job in the nets tonight for Milwaukee. He continues to roll his record like his team. The Milwaukee Wave now 10-3-1, 7-1-0 at home. So they've been pretty good here at the arena. And St. Louis drops to 5-9-1, 1-7-0 on the road. Wave will now be at 30 points to enhance their lead in the East Division. Florida in second place at 23 coming into the weekend, tied with Kansas City also at 23, and then Baltimore in fourth place with 22. The Ambush holding at 13 points.
And Tom, stay tuned, hold your breath, because we're about to hear from the man of the match, Derek Huffman. We're about to hear from Huff the Stuff. Maybe Ian should go over there with them to make sure. Gotta love Derek, man. You gotta love that guy. He's played a great game today and has had a great season so far for the Wave.
Well, undoubtedly our player of the game. Paulo Nascimento and the St. Louis Ambush, another tough loss. Great effort by the Ambush. They certainly have nothing to be ashamed of. Good battle here today before almost 3,000 fans. And Wave now leads the season series 4 games to none. They will next play the Ambush coming up on March 5th in St. Louis. Let's send it down to Van McNeil.
Player of the game. 3 goals, the hat trick on the night, 1 assist. Give it up for number 9, Huff the Stuff, Derek Huffman. Derek, that was pretty intense there, huh?
Yeah, you know, they kept it close on us. We opened it up early in the first half. Credit to them, you know, they didn't give up. They kept coming.
I mean, we expected that after the shutout last week, but here we go, on to Utica now.
Yeah, we got a big couple games this week, and we need to pick up 6 points, you know, keep the lead. So we had a lot of injuries coming up, so, you know, next man up, that's how the Wave's saying. So guys came in, guys played great, Kudus, Crane, it was great.
I mean, it was a great game all around. Now we head to Utica, and what a night for you, Derek. Give it up, number 9, Huff the Stuff, Derek Huffman, our player of the game. Thank you, Derek. anything to say to our fans on Twitch or on SiriusXM?
Love you guys. Keep supporting us.
There we go. MASLsoccer.com. Let's send it back up to the broadcast teams. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening tonight.
All right, Van, and our thanks to Derek Huffman as well. Derek was the man today, and did a nice job on the post-game interview.
Yes, he did.
On behalf of the entire...
Proud of that guy, man. Really proud of Derek Huffman. And as you said, not only during the game, post-game interview, it's great to see a mature and reserved Huff, and hopefully he continues it the rest of the way.
So we hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Our thanks to the Milwaukee Panther Arena production crew, our producer Ian Thompson, for Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer. Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. Again, the Waves' next home game, our next broadcast, will be on Saturday, March 4th, 6 p.m. Central Time, when the Florida Tropics come back to town to wrap up the season series. Until then, Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. You've been watching Wave Soccer MASL on Twitch.